संजय मिश्रा फ्रॉम नव भारत टाइम्स ऑनलाइन। जैसे कि जॉन ने कहा कि टीम में प्रोड्यूसर का बहुत महत्व होता है, तो सर मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ कि एक्चुअली आपकी जर्नी इस समय जब मैं देख रहा हूँ, आपकी फिल्में जो आ रही हैं बहुत अलग तरीके से, अगर मैं कुछ शब्दों में इस जर्नी को आपको बोलूँ कि आप बताएं या कैसे क्या कहेंगे, तो वो कौन से शब्द होंगे?
वैसे तो टेक्निकली बोलेंगे तो इन लोगों की जर्नी होती है, प्रोड्यूसर की कोई जर्नी नहीं होती है, सिर्फ खर्च करना होता है। क्योंकि इतनी मेहनत तो कोई कर नहीं सकता जितने इन लोगों ने मेहनत करी है। हर पिक्चर पे इतनी मेहनत लगती है, ये देख के ऐसा लगता है अच्छा इतनी मेहनत लोग कर सकते हैं। और जॉन जी ने जो टीम बनाई है, और मेरे को लगता है इसमें 3.5 साल हो गए होंगे मतलब ये फिल्म के बनने में, उसी लिए इतनी अच्छी बनी है ये फिल्म। क्योंकि जब भी प्रोड्यूसर कोई भी हो, वो चाहता है कि जल्दी से जल्दी फिल्म बने, जल्दी से रिलीज़ हो जाए। क्योंकि वीएफएक्स सीजीआई वालों को टाइम देते नहीं हैं और रिलीज़ डेट आ जाती है। तो इस फिल्म में वो फ़ायदा हुआ है कि वीएफएक्स सीजीआई वालों को बहुत टाइम मिला, और जॉन जी ने एक्सेप्ट किया कि हर एक सीन पे उतना काम किया जाए। और मतलब टीम तो जॉन जी की बोल सकते हैं जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत करी है।
एक और सवाल, आपका सक्सेस हम देख रहे हैं और आपके साथ हैं, लेकिन वो जो कभी कभी वो जो दर्द और तकलीफ होती है जब आप आगे बढ़ रहे थे और आपको तब खड़े होने में बहुत मुश्किल हो रही थी, अगर वो एक घटना जो आप कभी नहीं भूलेंगे और वो कोई भी नहीं जानता कि बहुत मुश्किल हो, आज आपके पास सब फिल्में लेकर आ रहे हैं और वो समय जब नहीं ला रहे थे, आपको जाना पड़ रहा था।
नहीं, लाइफ में सबके पास अप एंड डाउन आते हैं, और पैसों के साथ तो वैसे ही खेलना होता है, तो बहुत अप एंड डाउन आती है। मेरी टीम बहुत मजबूत है। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि इस फिल्म में हमारी 2 टीम जुड़ी है। पेन मरुदर भी जुड़ा है और फैमुलस भी जुड़ा है, वो दोनों भी हमारी टीम है। ऐसे बहुत कम होता है कि पूरी टीम एक साथ हमारी फिल्म में जुड़े। जो आप बोल रहे हैं कि अप एंड डाउन की बात, तो मुझे आज बोलने में बहुत खुशी होगी कि मैं भी फोटोग्राफर था आपकी तरह। वहाँ से मेरी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई है। मैं शादी के फ़ोटो ही निकाला करता था, और तो बहुत टाइम लगता था वापस, मतलब 8-10 दिन के बाद वो धुल के आते थे। वो सब टाइम देखा है। फिर वीडियो लाइब्रेरी से ये जर्नी स्टार्ट करी, और जिनकी 10 रुपये में कैसेट हम लोग रेंटल देते थे, आज उन लोगों के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, तो बहुत खुशी की बात है।
जॉन, मेरा सवाल आपसे, द ट्रेलर लुक अमेजिंग, और हम जितने भी सब लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं हमें लगता है कि हॉलीवुड का फील आ रहा है। मैंने कहीं नोटिस किया द स्टोरी इज रिटन बाय यू, प्लीज मेक मी करेक्ट इफ आई एम रॉन्ग समवेयर। कहानी आपने लिखी है, ऐसा मुझे एहसास हुआ ट्रेलर देखने के टाइम पे, कहीं लिख के आया था।
I think yeah, it's a story that's been conceptualized by both Laksh and me. हम लोग रूम में बैठ के, I think how many months, years we spent together, और हमने सोचा कि क्या बनाए, कैसे बनाए, and we came upon this story together. तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा actually when I got the credit. I was feeling very happy about it, and yes, ये idea जो है वो लक्ष्य का भी है, वो मेरा भी है, and I think it's very very unique.
अच्छा, जब मैं ट्रेलर देखता हूँ या हम कोई भी ट्रेलर देखते हैं, मैं बहुत हॉलीवुड की फील आती है, इतना अमेजिंग, इतना अप टू द मार्क लगता है। कहीं ऐसा फील ही नहीं होता है कि हम कोई इंडियन फिल्म का ट्रेलर देख रहे हैं, हमें लगता है किसी हॉलीवुड फिल्म का ट्रेलर देख रहे हैं। आप किस फिल्म से इंस्पायर हुए? जब मैं स्टोरी की बात करता हूँ, यू नो, वी हैव सीन ट्रू लाइज, वी हैव सीन टर्मिनेटर, कौन सी ऐसी फिल्म है जिससे आप इंस्पायर हुए, यार ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए जो इंडियन ऑडियंस ने नहीं देखा है और सिर्फ हॉलीवुड फिल्म्स का ही के माध्यम से उन्हें पता चला है?
नहीं, मेरा ये बहुत सिंपल है कि अगर हॉलीवुड कर सकता है तो हम लोग क्यों नहीं कर सकते? सिंपल। सो माय थिंग इज कि हमारे आगे हमेशा ये ऑब्स्टिकल होता है कि हमारे बजट्स बहुत कम होते हैं एक्सेट्रा, एंड आई मस्ट गिव क्रेडिट कि हमारे बजट्स इतना ज़्यादा तो नहीं, मतलब इट वाजंट दैट ग्रेट अ बजट, बट लेकिन जितना भी दिया गया हमें, आई थिंक वी मेड अ फैंटास्टिक दिस। तो हमारा जो इंस्पिरेशन ये था कि वी फ्रॉम इंडिया, हमें भी ऐसी फिल्म बनानी चाहिए वेयर द वर्ल्ड कैन सी एंड से नहीं यार, इंडिया में भी ऐसी फिल्म बनती है, इंडिया में भी ऐसे एक्शन हीरोज़ है, इंडिया में भी ऐसे सुपर हीरोज़ है, सुपर सोल्जर्स है जो शायद लाइक आई से दे डोंट वेयर देयर अंडरवेयर आउटसाइड देयर पैंट्स, बट दे आर सुपर सोल्जर्स एंड दे फाइट फॉर द कंट्री। तो अगर वहाँ पे आप जैसे आपने कहा अवेंजर्स देखे या वाइट हाउस डाउन, ऑल दीज फिल्म्स यू सी, तो हमारे यहाँ क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? एंड अटैक इज एन आंसर टू दैट।
रकुल, गुड टू सी यू. दूसरे दिन लगातार मुलाकात हो रही है आपसे.
Thank you.
हाउ डू यू मैनेज टू प्ले डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर, डिफरेंट पार्ट इन डिफरेंट फिल्म्स? कैसे कर लेती हैं आप? और सीरियसली द ट्रेलर लुक वेरी वेरी गुड.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I think that's just compartmentalizing when you're doing a different role and you're obviously doing it on different times. तो जब आप एक फिल्म में हैं और आप एक कैरेक्टर के साथ हैं तो आप वो शूट ख़त्म करते हैं. ये अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये कैसे हो रहा है क्योंकि ये सारी फिल्में साथ में आएंगी. बट जब आप एक फिल्म पे काम करते हैं तब आप उस कैरेक्टर के अंदर होते हैं एंड देन ऑब्वियसली यू डिस्कनेक्ट एंड देन यू क्रिएट अनदर कैरेक्टर. बट आई होप कि जब आप फिल्में देखें तो आपको वो डिफरेंस दिखे एंड आई होप यू लाइक इट.
John, hello sir, here from Midday. First of all, fantastic trailer. The best thing about Attack is the poster. We see Jacqueline Fernandez, Rakul Preet Singh, and then John Abhraham. We don't have too many films where an actress's name appears before an actor's, and you have taken this stand. So, can we see this as a regular practice, at least from your side?
Well, I think it was a conscious decision, and I think as a producer, my actors are very precious to me, and Jacqueline and Rakul are very, very precious to me. So they deserve for their names to be before mine. So I don't know whether it can become a practice, but in my case, it will always be a practice. And talking about the poster, I'd like to, the one person I didn't call on stage because I didn't see him around is Rajiv, who has actually designed these posters. Rajiv, are you in the house? He's not here, but Rajiv from Marching Ants has designed these posters. And he's done a fantastic job with these. So, even placing these, it's a big hand to Rajiv.
And Jacqueline, this is your fourth film with John. You have done Houseful, Race, Dishum. So how much do you feel you both have evolved as actors in these last 10 years?
Well, they've all been hits, they've all been successful. And I think the energy is just so important when you're working with somebody. And somehow, now because we've done so many films together, it's so natural and just to work with him, just to do scenes with him, it just comes very naturally. It comes very, it's a great energy. And of course, this is the first film with you as also my producer. So I have to say it's an even better experience.
John, towards your left, hi. Firstly, congratulations. This looks spectacular, the trailer.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
My question to you is, you were talking about budgets and as to how, we have limitations of budget. So how is it to pull off such a scale on such limited budget?
So I think, honestly, I give credit to Laksh. Laksh, my director, he's a very talented young boy. Problem is he knows it. But he's very, very talented. And we actually did have limitations on budgets because production is also a business. And Jayanti Bhai will tell you this, it's a business. So you look at recovery, etc. But I think, which is why I call the entire team up. Because if it wasn't for people like Suchit, Subrato, Bishwadeep Da, and Dheeraj, and the entire team sitting here actually, if it wasn't for the contribution of each one of them, I don't think we would have got it in contained budgets. There were times when Suchit came to me and he said, John, we're really going over. We're going over. And Suchit, correct me if I'm wrong. And I said, but second wave of COVID hit, my budgets are cut. How do I do it? But we used to sit, we used to work it out, and we used to shake hands, and we've got a fantastic product. So I think it's all about teamwork. It's all about a team wins a match when all 11 players play well, not when one player plays well. So I think in us, it's that teamwork of all our players together. So I can't credit any one of us individually. It's all of us together.
Correct, thank you. And I have another question for Jayanti, sir. So, you have RRR releasing on 25th and Attack on 1st April. How do you plan to divide the screens between these two films?
हर फिल्म की अपनी किस्मत है, आरआरआर की अपनी किस्मत है, अटैक की अपनी किस्मत है. और ऐसे जो पेन मरूजा हमारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं, संजय जी पूरा उसका भार लेते हैं. और उन्होंने पहले ही प्लान किया कि वो फिल्म हम लोग ने 1 अप्रैल को पहले डिसाइड किया था कि ये 1 अप्रैल को आ रही है. आरआरआर की डेट ऊपर नीचे हो रही थी, बहुत बारी ऊपर नीचे हुई, तो हम लोग कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहे थे क्योंकि उनके बहुत सारे पार्टनर हैं. ये फिल्म पूरी हमारी है, तो ये लोगों को सरप्राइज़ देगी कि ऐसी इंडिया में फिल्म बनी है मतलब ये सबको सरप्राइज देगी, किसी ने सोचा नहीं होगा इतनी अच्छी फिल्म इंडिया में बन सकती है.
Jackie ma'am,
Hi,
firstly, let me
John,
congratulate
towards
you
the
on
left.
the success of Bachchan Pandey. What are your expectations from this film?
Thank you, first of all. And my expectations, I think everyone's feeling it. We've made a really damn good film, and we're all excited for it, and we're all looking forward. I still haven't seen the film. John's seen it, and but I just knew from the time we were making it that you know, this is, and from what little I've seen, and the conviction also that, you know, Laksh has, I'm excited. And I think, you know, we've got something really amazing and very, very special, especially it being so unique. So yeah, expectations are high.
તમારા આ ફિલ્મ અને RRR એમાં થિયેટર્સ મળવાનું કઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ
બધું આપણને મળશે.
બેઉ ફિલ્મો અમારી જ છે, એટલે જેટલા બી પૈસા આવશે બધા અમારી પાસે આવશે.
John, hi, towards your right. John, towards your right. Russell here from
Hi.
Bollywood Live. Everybody is saying it, but I have to repeat it. It's a gospel truth. The trailer is looking slick, sleek, sexy, kick-ass.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
John, I noticed the poster says, everybody has noticed this, Attack Part 1. So obviously we know there's a Part 2 in the making. When you all announce before a movie has already released that this is Part 1, there is any pressure, there is at least an anxiety, because sequels usually come when a movie is successful. That's how the industry works. So is there any pressure that this needs to be it, or y'all are so confident that y'all are completely sure this is going to be it?
So I'll tell you what we're confident about. So to answer your first question, we intend to make a part 2. We've got a script ready, but we can't comment on when we want to get going with it. Now, talking about the commercial success, you know, you can only decide to make a part 2 when your studio partner is on board. So I brought this question up with जयंती भाई से. जयंती भाई, हम लोग ने decide किया कि हम लोग part 2 कर रहे हैं. पहले part 1 को release तो होने दो. You know, that's the normal this. He's saying, चलो एक काम करते हैं हम लोग, John. हम लोग पहले part 2 का sign कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद Attack Part 1 release करते हैं. That was his level of confidence. So I don't know about the commercial success or failure of this film. I'm being honest. I'm not a trade expert. I'm not a reviewer. I don't understand this. But I can tell you one thing on record. We made a very, very good film. Very good film. And it's a very different film. So in management, there's a saying, the higher the risk, the greater the profit. So I think it's always important to try something new, because the audience will always appreciate that you've made something different. So when you sit in also, you say, wow, these guys have really tried something unique. And I think that's what's special about Attack. So we want to carry that forward, because when you see our film, you'll understand that our story has to carry forward. Has to carry forward.
Laksh, my next question is to you. It is obviously something that Indian cinema, Hindi cinema needs. But I couldn't help but also, because I love these kind of movies, my mind went back a little bit to Vin Diesel's Bloodshot and then Van Damme's Universal Soldier also. Any inspiration from those movies?
Yeah, I think we've been inspired for a lot of movies. They've done it in Hollywood, no doubt. But honestly, Bloodshot, I don't want to say, because we were actually shooting it before Bloodshot released. All right. But at the same time, I didn't make the cyborg trope. That's already been there. So they have made lots of movies like that. But the actual inspiration came from DRDO. Our own development research organization of India is actually making super soldiers. So even they didn't come out with the concept of super soldiers, but they're making it in India here. But I do believe that we are the best army in the world, and we have the best scientists in the world, and they have come together to make India's first super soldier. All right. So that is what the actual inspiration is. And if I feel even in the current scenario, if something like this happens between, if I can say it, but we are the best army in the world and the best scientists, so we're there.
And my final question is to John, Jayanti sir, and Laksh all together, is that you were just now speaking about the budgets. And just for an example, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Andrew Garfield movie, which was one of the cheapest superhero movies, the budget for the VFX itself was 425 crores. So I would like, because people over here, the audience over here keeps complaining that the movies do not look in the same scale, do not look in the same vision. I would like you all to say something about how difficult it is to match that scale and match that vision.
So I'll just answer this question very simply in the Indian context, so you understand, and you'll understand this well. An actor's fee is usually close to 50%, if not more, of the entire budget. In our case, our VFX was probably 30% of the entire budget. So you can understand, am I right, Laksh, Suchit?
Yeah.
Correct? So what I'm trying to tell you is, we have not spent on John Abraham, but we have spent on VFX on this film. Because the idea was to get out a good film. So even if you ask Jayanti Bhai, and I don't say this, I'm not in the race for charging the most or the least, but when it's your baby, you want the best product out. So Jayanti Bhai will probably tell you what John Abraham has charged. 0 or minus? Yeah. So that's the way you make a good film, and you spend on the film. So that people like you, when you spend your 500 or 1,000 or 2,000, come and see something that's worth it. And that's where you build credibility. So with Attack, we wanted to build credibility as a team, as partners, and also as producers. That's why it's an action film. Everybody says, "Theek hai, action hai isme," but it's action with a difference. It's action done to the highest quality, VFX done to the highest quality, sound design done to the highest quality, music outstanding. You know, everything in this film has been taken 4 steps higher than on any other film. Forget that I have done, that the industry has done, because we wanted to get a product like this. So that's important. Now, if the film doesn't work for some reason, we have tried our best. No one can take that away from us. No one can take that. They can't say, "Arey, shortcut mein ye kya." So we have done everything to make this work to the best of our ability.
Hi, Jacqueline. Shatma this side from Home Bollywood. Jacqueline, आपके फैंस थोड़े बहुत डिसअपॉइंटेड थे जब उन्होंने आपको बच्चन पांडे में बहुत कम देखा. Well, can we expect more of you in this film?
Actually, with Bachchan Pandey, which we had made clear from the beginning, was a special role, which was always there. But yeah, in Attack, there is. Yeah, you'll definitely see something exciting.
Right. Also आपका एक डायलॉग है so cheesy वाला, तो what's the cheesiest line, रकुल और आप दोनों से सवाल है कि what's the cheesiest line you have ever heard from someone?
Wait, this is the cheesiest line. What was the line?
और मेरे दिल में जो turbulence हो रहा है उसका क्या?
There we go. That was definitely the cheesiest. I don't know who, like Lakshi wrote that, so yeah. Laksh has a lot of, John, oh, you wrote that?
This was
They're full of them. They're full of them.
I said, let's have a cheesy line because...
cheesy lines, Laksh.
Yeah, sorry. No, I said that, I mean, it's fun because youngsters, you know, when you're on a flight, you're meeting someone, it's kind of cool and sweet to say something cheesy. And I think this is new age romance. She's saying there's turbulence. And I say, what about the turbulence in my heart? You know? And it sounds really cheesy, really cheesy.
Really cheesy.
So it's fun.
I don't offhand remember anything cheesy. I think I just don't notice it. I don't remember.
Don't worry, just ask Laksh
Yeah, I
and
think
John. They'll be able
Laksh
to
will
help
know.
you. Don't
Laksh, come on. I think you should open your...
No, part 2 for part 2.
The other cheesy line for me in part 2.
Hi, myself Deepesh Pandey from दैनिक जागरण. मेरा सवाल लक्ष्य से रहेगा. हाय मेरा सवाल लक्ष्य से रहेगा. लक्ष्य ये फिल्म 2 पार्ट्स में बन रही है. इससे पहले बाहुबली से लेके KGF कई पुष्पा भी 2 पार्ट्स में बन चुकी है. तो एज अ डायरेक्टर जब आप इसको 2 पार्ट में बना रहे थे, पहले से ही इंटेंशन था कि 2 पार्ट में बनाना है या फिर स्टोरी आपको 2 पार्ट में बनाते हुए ले गई? दूसरा सवाल ये रहेगा कि अगर 2 पार्ट्स बना रहे हैं